Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity. Stop the New World Order. Welcome to HPANWO TV. It's souvenir time again, folks. And what do we have here? The AMMACH card. That's great, that, isn't it? Look, oh, that's a brilliant logo. There we see. YouTube channel, the AMMACH. It's actually megawatts 1066, I think. But maybe they've got a new channel as well. But there's all their details there. If you have had alien contact, just call that number there, and they'll get back to you. Now this here is I think that's just a piece of note paper which I use. It's part of the schedule which I use. This is the schedule which I told you about. There's the agenda. Very interesting stuff there. I showed you before. Now this is someone handed me this flyer. A young lady handed me this. Dreamtime healing using holographic kinetics. That sounds interesting. Advanced Aboriginal healing technique, and there's the website details. I mean, apparently they've got some event coming up which I can't go to, but looks interesting. Looks like interesting stuff. So I'll have a look at that. The Gods from Space again. This is the Etheria Society. I've already said when I was sitting on that lovely chaise-longue at the hotel that it's not my cup of tea, the Etheria Society, but I do respect their right to free speech and their right to attend these conferences if they wish. Now, this is amazing. See, when I first heard about this conference, I thought they were just hiring a room, but no, they've done the proper thing. look, we went into the, you saw the venue and you saw how it looked like the Oscars. Well, every table had one of these on it, with the Britannia Hotel conference and events and all this note paper which I didn't use, but I'm sure it'll come in handy for other things. And do you remember that when I was talking about Win Keach, I showed you that dining room? Well, unfortunately, we didn't eat in there. Unfortunately, we had a buffet instead. But it was still very nice. And like I said, I mean, this was a proper conference with tea and coffee laid on, and muffins and biscuits, and it wasn't just a room hire. It was the full works. So I'm very pleased about that. And I got this. I even got this little pen here. BritanniaHotels.com pen. So I'll use that when the pen I'm using now runs out. Now I only bought one thing. This is this book here, Darren Brown, Tricks of the Mind. Now it was only £3, very cheap. Darren Brown is this guy here. This very smartly dressed, very sophisticated young man who's always appearing on TV. He's two people in one, actually. On the one hand, he's obviously very interested. He's very interesting and he's very educational because he talks about mind control and hypnotic techniques and things like that, which of course the government uses against us. And I think this is his point: is that these tricks exist and they can be learnt by people, and they're learnt by illusionists and magicians like him. But they can also be used by psychologists who operate for corporations and government to kind of abuse the people. I think he does an awful lot to sort of like educate us on that point. The problem is like he, on the one hand, he's someone I admire. On the other hand, I totally disagree with him on a lot of other things because he's these two people in one. On the other hand, he's this kind of classic skeptic because he does things like, there's a whole section is called anti-science, pseudoscience, and bad thinking. Worry about science, confirmation bias, superstitious thinking, appeal to imagery, honest, more example of cold reading trickery, mediums, psychics, and charlatans. So he's these two people in one. On the one hand, he's a brilliant educator and very skilled sort of a mentalist who's willing to share his skills with the people. On the other hand, he's this textbook scapulata who just dismisses things like spiritualism and ghosts and things like that. So those are my souvenirs for this AMMACH conference. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity, Stop the New World Order.